Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to our Chaos Theory miniseries in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Our previous episode ended on a pretty funny note. I was saying that I didn't want to end on a cliffhanger, and the game said, no, a cliffhanger you shall have. If you do not remember, the last episode ended with the T-Rex being released from the hatchery, and immediately thereafter we saw some sabotage, opening all of the gates that hold dinosaurs behind them for a full 4 minutes. And actually, the gate down over here has been forced open as well. Things, funnily enough, kind of worked out in our favor. The fact that we haven't moved the T-Rex to this enclosure just quite yet, the fact that the space that it's in doesn't actually have a gate for it to escape from, the fact that the velociraptors all died of old age last session, this all kind of worked out rather serendipitously to our advantage because we don't have to be so worried or concerned. I think the game was hoping for, panic to set in, for the response team to be sent out so that all these dinosaurs could be tranquilized before they could escape from these sabotaged gates. Again, a full 4 minutes, that's a long time to, keep those dinosaurs subdued. It's also a long time to keep those emergency bunkers open and have guests not paying for various amenities and stuff while you're paying salaries. Like, that's a stressful situation, and I think that's what the game was hoping to create. But I saw some very cheeky suggestions in the comments of the previous episode with regards to potential solutions for the issue at hand, and typically, I try to avoid anything that seems like cheesy or gamey. I have no judgment against people who enjoy that kind of approach to games. So, just to be clear, I have no issue with folks taking cheesy approaches and gamey approaches. But typically, personally, I try to keep things as realistic, I guess, or role play centric as possible, I suppose you could say. So anytime I'm going to do something that feels a little cheesy or gamey, I want to make sure there's a grounded explanation. And in today's case, I think there's a very grounded explanation for what we're going to be doing. And I hope you agree. I'd love to hear your opinion, because it is something I try to do to keep the challenge alive. Because a lot of the time, games have systems you can very much take advantage of, and you can break them very easily. But yeah, there were some cheeky suggestions in the comments that I'm excited to try out just to see if they actually do work, because it'd be pretty funny if they do, and it would still make sense in the context of what's going on. With that said, and on the topic of comments, I just want to say, if you are interested in seeing more Jurassic World Evolution 2 on the channel, folks, don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. I say it all the time because it does make a very big difference in how I approach content on the channel. I take a look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick read on what people are interested in watching. I also read each and every comment, so if you have any thoughts, suggestions, opinions, feelings, anything like that, leave it in the comments down below, and it will get addressed in one way, shape, or form, as long as it's, viable and makes sense for my approach and stuff like that, of course. The other thing to mention is that I do believe we're getting very close to, feels like we're getting very close to the end of this Chaos Theory playthrough, right? I feel like this is kind of the last objective, just the way it's kind of been stated, and just the conversation we saw at the end of the previous session as well. So let me know down below what you'd like to see next as well from Jurassic World Evolution 2. Of course, there are new dinosaurs and stuff with the new DLC and all that, and I was kind of wondering, do we do the next Chaos Theory playthrough, or do we shift to challenge mode? Some of you were suggesting challenge mode, and it does seem very interesting, so, it's up in the air right now. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like I said, likes, comments, they all make a very big difference in just letting me know what I should do on the channel. With that said, folks, that is it for my rambling. Let's go ahead and deal with the current circumstances. Like I said, I feel like the game was relying on some panic to set in, and running around and tranking everybody and this, that, and the other thing. But we've had the good fortune of time to think, I suppose. And this is so. I got a couple of suggestions with regards to solutions. Some involved like, why don't you just create fencing? I mean, I love the creativity, I gotta say. Some suggestions were like, just create some fencing around the gate while they're sabotaged, and you'll be fine. And it's like, yeah, I suppose you would be. So that's one we'd do. We would potentially do. But the one I want to test first is just, I really hope this works. So the way I see it is we have a faulty gate. It makes sense. I mean, think about the threat level, the danger of having a faulty gate, I would not hesitate to get rid of it and replace it immediately. We have dinosaurs behind these gates, and this is the quickest solution, right? So I think it makes sense to dismantle and completely replace a faulty gate. This is me kind of trying to I wouldn't even say wrestle with. I feel like the explanation is perfectly justifiable. This doesn't seem very gamey at all to me or anything. I'll be curious to see if the game is ready for this kind of thinking and if the sabotage will carry over to the new gate that we're about to put down. So let's go ahead and get this gate established over here. Now it is costing us money, right? We got a refund of 2,000, but it costs almost 6,000 to put a new gate down. So it is expensive. We have a bit of a buffer as far as wealth is concerned, so we should be okay. Let's go ahead and drop this one down, and it looks like we're okay, actually. Looks like we're okay. Fantastic. I mean, watch. I'll unpause, and immediately they'll get re-sabotaged, and then I can think about how I wasted so much money. But listen, you know what? If that's the case, then kudos to the devs for being, in a way, one step ahead, but in another way, I don't know, because I do feel like this is a fair solution. I do feel like demolishing and replacing the gates makes perfect sense, and it would be kind of weird for them to immediately get re-sabotaged. That would mean the sabotage is currently active. The saboteur is currently still at Jurassic Park, actively, pushing code or something. What's the line again about the Unix system? I forget now. I really do got to rewatch those movies. It's been some time since I rewatched the first one. All right, let's go ahead and swap this one out as well. Again, we have buffer as far as money is concerned, so feeling comfortable enough about that. Pop this one down, and while there's no rush for this one down over here, we might as well do it, right? Why wait 4 minutes? We got to get the Tyrannosaurus Rex down here, right? Before we get Tyrannosaurus wrecked. And he just marches through some of the weaker gates. That is something I'm a little worried about over here as well. Typically, as we found, they don't tend to break gates and stuff like that unless they're upset or stressed out. So we should be okay. We should be okay. But we'll find out shortly, I suppose. We are not researching currently the higher tier fencing because I don't think we can afford it, truth be told. So hopefully the T-Rex doesn't decide to run around freely. Hopefully it decides to stay relatively subdued, and we can track it again if we need to. All of the gates have been taken care of. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get our ranger team. See, what would have been nice is if the game didn't allow you to pause when that sabotage happened. I don't know. It's a hard thing to say because that's really unfair from a player agency perspective, and for a lot of people, that kind of panic is unpleasant. But some way to make that tension of that moment, be a bit more tense, I suppose. But folks, with the response team over here, the capture team over here, tracking the T-Rex with all of our gates de-sabotaged, let's unpause and see if our method there actually sticks. Oh, no, I keep pressing P to unpause because, I don't know, second nature, but that pulls up the path tool, obviously. Spacebar to unpause, and system has been rebooted, and the gates are working again. Didn't even get to say hold on to your butts, but you know what? That worked out rather swimmingly. Let's go ahead and get this T-Rex taken care of over here. Oh, down you go, buddy. Come on now. Oh, look at that. Look at that movement. I love the animation on this guy. Come on. How many shots does it take? I mean, all right, look. You're clearly not doing what I need you to do here. Direct control. And we, Oh, I'm not doing what he's doing either. There we... Oh, damn. Dodgy little buddy, aren't you? Come on. Nice. There it is. There it is. Take a picture of the napping T-Rex. I keep forgetting to take more pictures. It's a great way to make just a quick buck here and there, right? We've already made back all the money from replacing those gates, immediately. I really need to stay on top of taking pictures. It gets brought up in the comments all the time, and I promise you, I read those comments and I do register them, but when I'm in the middle of gameplay, it just slips my mind sometimes. But T-Rex has been tracked. Let's go ahead and move Buddy over to this beautiful enclosure we've got prepared for it. We'll make sure that it actually likes the enclosure, likes the space, right? The rangers have already been assigned their posts and all that. As you can see, this guy's coming over here. Not that there's anything to check up on right now, but we have all the paths and stuff set. Once we have a bit more money, we can start looking at adding the missing dinosaur species and getting to that 5th star and all of the guests we need as well. Our 9th species is going to be the Velociraptor. I don't think it counts as one of these 8 because technically we don't have any raptors in the park right now. So that'll be our 9th, and we'll get some sauropods, I think, as our 10th. Because I would like to see them, marching about by this crescent lake and all that. I think it'd be quite nice. So that'll be what takes us to the finish line, I think. I'm assuming this is the finish line over here because, again, get to 5 stars. Unless another major sabotage is going to happen after we get to 5 stars, which will be like the last challenge. I feel like this is the end game for this series, and that would mean that we have this episode and probably next episode, because I don't think we'll get all this done in one sitting. We'll see though. We'll see. I just want to see the T-Rex actually arrive over here. And why don't we shift to capture mode so we can actually see it touch down, basically. And then we'll immediately, of course, first order of business is to make sure it's happy with this space, because we cannot afford to have a T-Rex rampaging, right? Oh, man. Oh, the roar is just so good. One of my favorite, like, effects of all, like, sound effects of all time. Gonna give me another one? No, I don't think so. In the rain and stuff as well. Oh, beautiful. Just look at the level of detail. Oh my goodness. Such fantastic work. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I love it. All right, let's get to work though, right? Because we do have, again, when they get out of the hatchery at first, we know the status for at least a little bit, so we should take advantage of that before we lose some of this data. Right, of course, we need the feeder, and of course it's going to be a live prey feeder. Let's go ahead and get one right down over here, right in front of this. Pop you down over here. I wonder if we should get a second one down up over here as well, right? Just so, well, the goats roam around, and that's kind of funny to me, because, again, in the movie, the goats are chained in place, which makes sense, right? Because you're trying to get the dinosaur to come to a specific place, and so you chain the goat in place. But I believe, if memory serves me right, the movie touches on that, right? How the predator isn't interested because it doesn't get the thrill of the hunt. Am I misremembering, or was that just the child me thinking that when I watched that for the first time? I can't remember right now. The area over here will certainly go up as the territory is entirely formed. I think we're fine for area. We have plenty more for it to expand into, so we'll be okay there. We need some water, of course, and we need some sand and some more forest. All right, so first of all, water. Why don't we go ahead and add water where? I don't want to add water along the front over here. I want to make sure the vehicles, as they come through, are able to see the T-Rex walk through. I feel like water down over here isn't a terrible idea. It doesn't get included in the calculations just quite yet because it's not technically part of the territory, but soon enough we'll be okay. I'm not comfortable with that. That looks like wrong, I guess. There we go. Let's do that. Can I reduce your radius a little bit, please? It just doesn't get fine enough for as fine as I'd like it to get, you know? Alright, sure. Let's do that. Fair bit of water. I think that's more than enough. Let's go ahead and get some forest down here as well. Okay, first of all, let's clear this out because it just doesn't look realistic to me. It looks a little awkward, actually. Let's get some forest down over... come on. Really? Not a fan of that. Oh, fine. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and put some forest down over here. Just like against this forest backdrop is what I'm thinking, right? And I'm sure as it expands its territory, we will have enough forest coverage. Why don't we go ahead and do some of that? Put some more down over here as well. Just get that... ooh, open space is actually dropping. Well, then again, as the territory expands, I think we'll be okay. We'll have to do another check on this guy. Over to our painting to get some sand down. I think this is the first time we've actually had to paint... paint a different ground down, isn't it? I feel like it is. Go ahead and get this looking sandy as well, so it looks like it actually belongs. I'll move you up a little bit to here. That should do the trick, but let's go ahead and get rid of the vegetation over here so it feels a bit more like a beach kind of an area, I suppose. So you got the forest that like kind of drops dead right at the edge over here, becomes a bit of a sandy beach, and I think the T-Rex will like that. We've got enough prey. And yeah, we'll see. We'll again, like I said, we'll have to do another check once the territory has been established, but this is looking pretty good. What else do we need to worry about over here? No ailments, intolerant. It's fine. It's going to be alone in here, so that's fine. And otherwise, we're fine. I do wonder if I want to get some of these guys in here as one of our 10. We can obviously go over 10 species, right? There's nothing stopping us from doing that. I just wonder if I want to get some of these guys in here as well. I don't know. Might be trouble. Might not be enough space. Because this is a T-Rex. Let's not forget, this is a T-Rex. All right, let's go ahead and unpause. Almost pressed P again. You're going to form your territory. Let's expanding territory right now, in fact. There we go, a little bit up over there. Hopefully a little bit down over here as well. Alright, pushing up this way. Buddy, don't do this to me. And if I have to, I'll pick you up and I'll move you further down there as well, so you expand in this direction too, but don't do this to me. Well, we'll let it form its territory. As it's doing that, let's go ahead and adjust the park tour. I was thinking 5 vehicles would be enough, but some of you pointed out that it really doesn't feel like it's enough. We rarely spot a vehicle going around, and maybe that's why we don't have enough people using this tour. So why don't we double the number of vehicles, and hopefully these numbers will go up a little bit, because I would expect them to be a little bit higher, you know? And also with the viewing radius going around more vehicles, we should hopefully see a more consistent number of viewable dinosaurs, you know what I mean? So hopefully that'll help with our appeal and all that kind of stuff as well. Looks like the T-Rex is comfortable. Looks like it is expanding its territory down over here as well. So it's going to get the sand over here. It's got enough forest as well. Just barely, but it's fine. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect comfort level as it discovers all the water we've put down for it over here as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Are you going in for a drink, buddy? Gotta use capture mode. You get the best shots, I feel like. Gotta get that Dutch angle. Gotta get that Dutch angle, right? Can't help myself. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so good, man. It's so good. Ah. The wait was well worth it. Alright, cool. So I saw we were at like 4.5 stars for a moment there, and then all of a sudden we dropped. What happened there? What happened there? Appeal, dinosaurs, the Dilophosaurus ended up out of view, and that hit our appeal, it looks like. We still have some Struthiomimus, by the way. I think it was pointed out that we don't have any more of these guys. We do still have 1, maybe 2 of them. Might need to investigate these guys and make sure they're still around. This 2 Dilophosaurus out of view. Alright, what's going on with these Dilophosauruses? Because, see, they all end up back over there, and this viewing gallery sees quite far, but there's just these corners that it cannot see, and sometimes they creep into these corners. It's not the end of the world, but it is unfortunate. What is the end of the world is that this icon just doesn't go away. Oh, is this the problem? Requires repair. Ah, it wasn't panning. The map wasn't panning last time, so I'm glad it panned this time, because I was getting very confused as to what's going on. Who is closer? Ranger Post 5 is all the way at the end. Let's get you repairing this building over here, and maybe that'll get us up to the 4.5 stars, because it'll provide food to this little stretch over here, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and wait until we hit 2 million, and then we can get some raptors going. Well, you know what, actually, hang on. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at our fossils? Do we have... What is our Velociraptor situation here? If I go to the hatchery and I try to synthesize some Velociraptors, we're looking at a nice amount of genome, but not nice enough. Let's go ahead and send out an expedition, see if we can't get some more information about the Velociraptor. I think there are some options in Asia. Ooh, there's one down here as well in Africa. Oh no, okay, fair enough. Again, we can get these guys to accompany the T-Rex, right? How do we feel about that? We could maybe consider doing that. There we go. There's a raptor. And there's another raptor. I do wonder what the difference in the gold and the silver is. Well, the gold is more expensive. I guess you're more likely to get better quality results. That's the obvious kind of answer that I'm seeing here. Why don't we go ahead and do Mongolia? It's a bit cheaper. And I think it would be like enough, you know? I think it'll be enough. Get Bean going, start that. Let's get Usker some rest as well before we need him urgently, and turns out he's, you know, freaking out. Go ahead and get you some rest, buddy. Alright, good stuff. Feeling pretty good about our current situation. Feeling really good, actually, about our current situation. Things are going rather well. Compared to, like, the first 2 sessions where I was still coming to grips with the game, that's how it always is, and that's why I like to dive in with both feet. I don't like having my hand held too much. I like the chaos. For me, it's part of the fun, that learning, that stress, because with these games, with management games a lot of the time, once you get past the learning curve, it becomes a lot simpler. I don't want to say easy, because some games don't become easy just because you know how the systems work. Some games stay very difficult, but I feel like we've come to a point where we've got a rhythm going. Got a little seat there, buddy. We've got a rhythm going, and things are going a lot more smoothly now. I'm a lot more on top of things. We have fewer animals, you know, dying left, right, center from, you know, this, that, and the other thing. I feel like we've got things in place now, you know. Oh, cool. Okay. Are you for real right now? How cool is that? What are you doing? What is that? What is that? Is that like a sand bath? Are you... They're such majestic creatures. Well, at least how we've depicted them is very majestic. Expedition complete. Excellent. Show me what you got here. Alright, some fern fossils. Wait, are you for real? Do we not get any... Are you for real? Come on, man. What a waste. What an absolute waste. I mean, sure, we can make some of that money back, I suppose, but that's not what I sent that expedition out for. What a joke. Alright, fair enough. I deserve that. I deserve that. We can send another one out to Mongolia again, right? Because it still has a couple of dips left in it, I suppose. I was just unlucky on that one. Let's get Bean out there again. Though at this point, it's already become as, if not, like as expensive as, if not more expensive than one expedition to one of these gold rank spots. Can I actually... Oh, damn. Am I too late to cancel this? I think I am. Should have gone for that other spot there at this point. Or anywhere, really, at this point. It doesn't matter. Our cost savings is out the window. I was hoping to, again, save enough so that we could get to 2 million sooner, so I'd feel comfortable getting those raptors out sooner, right? Apart from that, though, why don't we take a look, actually, since we're going to have to wait a little bit anyway, why don't we take a look at large herbivores and see sauropods 3. We need to be at 3. We're past 3.5. Oh, we need sauropods 2, right? We don't have that yet. I wouldn't mind the Diplodocus. I do like the Diplodocus. In fact, I think last session you might have heard me almost say Diplodocus at one point. It's one of those dinosaurs that I suppose you could say lives in my head rent-free. But the Brachiosaurus is... Yeah, I want to get the Brachiosaurus. All right, let's go ahead and get this research done over here. We have cheaper research with Kuri, and we would need Polard here and Makabuya as well, just to make sure we're getting all of our requirements in place. 350k is not that bad. We'll make that money back in no time if all goes well. And let me just very quickly check over here the appeal of, not the response facility, sorry, but the park tour over here. Oh yeah, the adventure guests are a little bit happier, that's for sure. What are we looking at here? I mean, the viewing galleries are fantastic. We got to get some of the amenities down, though, right? Yeah, let's get some of those amenities down because, oh man, the way you can hear the roar of the T-Rex, amazing. I like this a lot. I do like our like windy path quite a bit. I think it has a certain appeal to it, you know, this long winding journey. I also like that these tend to move in pairs. It looks like. Oh dear, what happened here? Bit of a blockade. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right, what was I saying? Oh, this guy's in trouble over here, isn't he? Oh, buddy, go. Get out of here. Looks like you're no longer being watched. All right, off you go. What was I saying? All right, the amenities. So why don't we go ahead and find a sweet spot? I feel like this corner is not a bad idea. Let's go over to... Maybe we get an emergency bunker over here. I'm not sure what kind of coverage we'll see, right? Oh, why don't we go ahead and get... Are you for real? Okay, that's... Now the game's just pulling my leg. Now the game's just yanking my chain. Come on, man. Over to the next spot over here. What an... Did I, like, misread something? Was that... Did I miss something here? No, well, now it'll only say site completed. Alright. Velociraptor. Over here, in China. Let's go. Bean, I know you're upset. Bear with me over here. One more trip, then we'll get you some rest. Maybe I misread. Maybe I misread, and it didn't say Velociraptor. Or maybe I'm gaslighting myself. I don't know. I feel like the game's gaslighting me right now. But an emergency bunker over here, maybe not a bad idea. And then we could get some of the amenities over here, perhaps, or something like that. Yeah. I feel like that would work, because we want the sauropods. Yeah, see, here's the thing. As much as I would love them up over here, I feel like they're going to need a lot more room than that. You know, I feel like they're going to need all this room as well, because they are massive creatures. They are massive, right? So it's got to be wary of that. So why don't we go ahead and, first of all, expand the path a little bit further this way. Keep you up like that, sort of lined up with the vehicle track there, because again, I feel like it's a good way to make sure the vehicles are able to see into the enclosures we establish over here as well. And then we can go ahead and get our guest emergency bunker right at this corner. I feel like that's very accessible and a good spot for it as a result. So pop you down over here. We'll wait on the sauropods 3 research just until we have a bit more money. Just until we have a touch more money. Because I want to get those raptors out first, because we have everything set up for them already. It would be kind of silly to wait on them when we can already get them out and then hopefully generate more wealth, more income through guest arrivals. Through that, right? I could put a hotel down over here, which I think would be quite cool. Be able to see the T-Rex from the hotel. Pretty cool. Right down over here, a bit of overlap with the viewing gallery. How many being is disgruntled? Fear not. I will look after you. Yeah, I don't want to put it right next to the power station. That seems kind of like suboptimal. If we put you down over here, and if the sauropod enclosure comes all the way out over here, you'll have a good view of them as well, potentially. Sure, why don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and pop you down over here. Hopefully it actually helps. And before I forget, let's go ahead and get duplicates in park. Is it really that bad to have 2? I mean, they're far apart. Anyway, not gonna question it. Over to our staff center. Go ahead and give Bean some rest, Pollard some rest, and Makabuya some rest as well. All right, getting expensive, but we are kind of overworking our scientists right now. Over to the fossils, and please tell me. Yeah, there we go. Some Velociraptor, some more Velociraptor, and you know what? Let's go ahead and undo those. Oh, do I not have room? Okay, hang on a second. What are we looking at here? Snake fossils, raptors 4, raptors 4, raptors 4, raptors 5. Sure, I've got this still selected. Alright, sure, let's get you. And let's get you. That should take us quite a bit of the way there. Plus 16%. Alright, it's not bad. I think that'll be enough to work with. Maybe we'll do another set as well, because why not? Start with that though. And we've got our hotel down over here. The path has been connected over to our amenities, our actual money makers, right? Do I want to do the medium ones or do I want to do the small ones? I just feel like these guys are so much more out of the way. It doesn't make sense to have massive amenities down over here. You know what I mean? How do I want to place them even? Down like this, I suppose? Feels a little suboptimal, truth be told. Maybe let's put this path up over here. See how this works out for us. Because then what I could do is maybe get the small amenity. This is going to be food. Up against this, obstructed by substation. Okay, can I move this substation over a little bit then? Move building. Just a touch over. Make sure we have the oh god. Pylon connected before the T-Rex escapes. I think we're fine though. Oh no, the fencing here is actually unpowered. You're fine. Go ahead and get the pylon hooked up from you to here. Okay, cool. Power's restored, and now we should be able to get the small amenity up over here. Let's see. Let's get food over here. Let's get drink over here. Go ahead and configure these. Boba. We have elsewhere. What about, let's see. Ice slushies, I suppose, have decent appeal. It's just that we have 2 very, very specific kinds of guests who are interested in this area. Our T-Rex has an undiagnosed ailment. Alright, the ice slushies down over here. Let's get our vet making their way over. Where are you, buddy? There you are. Get you checked up right away. Back to here. Configure. So we've got ice slushies. Let's go ahead and add Infotainment? No. Looks like our guest composition here changed. So let's go with... ooh, this is a bit more... Okay, interesting. So let's get the photo booth, I suppose. Then over here we can get the skeleton display. It's always the skeleton display, isn't it? But we need that water feature. Oh, that water feature helps a lot. All right, water feature, and we need a little bit of something for our regular guest type. Let's see, we're making 15K right now. What takes that number up? Really nothing. We're actually better off keeping the luxury guests upset. You know, there's a message there. There's a message there somewhere. Yeah, they're just now, surely it's actually optimal to make them happy as well. Let's get the fish tank in there. Surely this number will creep right back up, right? All right, we'll see. But over to the cheap burgers over here. Let's swap it out with something else. Perhaps we get some like steaks going on over here. It helps, you know, quite a few. We get the gourmet steaks. Now let's go with steaks because it helps across a couple of categories. And we can get, of course, a photo booth. No, let's go with the skeleton display. Go with the kind of awkward to have a steak while looking at the while looking at the skeleton. Let's go ahead and add a water feature. Sure. Let's get the water feature. Sorry. Now let's go ahead and get perhaps the fossil display. No, I'm looking for. See, the general guest and the luxury guest don't have a lot of overlap. Nice. I like this spread. Where's our 11,000? Almost 13,000. Let's get the fossil display. I wonder if the water feature can be swapped out for something else. Or maybe the skeleton display gets swapped out for... no, I think this is optimal enough. Again, I can research more modules, and I could actually just change it to not being a steak thing and maybe appeal to a different kind of guest entirely, but I don't think that's necessary. All right, I'm gonna see if I can't seal this off. I cannot. Maybe we'll put down a planter or something. I do want to get a restroom over here because I do believe we'll need that. Yes, we have bunkers. Yeah, just not over here. Go ahead and actually get this treated. Treatable disease. What do you have over here, buddy? The common cold. So you just gotta wait. Keep an eye out on its health. We might need to hit it with some healing darts, maybe. I hope it just kind of goes away. I'd hate to lose our first T-Rex. It would be unfortunate. Well, let's see. Shelter, good coverage, but we'll need another shelter up over here, perhaps. Fair enough. Restroom we'll need down over here. We've got drink coverage. Yeah, we've got... Where's... Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting food and drink and everything's over here. So food is good. Drink is good. Interesting shift up there. Gifts, nothing down over here. So why don't we go ahead and get the gift shop up over here, I'm thinking. Fits nicely. Right next to the bunker. You know, take your memories with you. Take your memories with you, right? Action figures are always fun, but some stuffed toys, perhaps. No, we need something that works for our luxury guests as well. So action figures it shall be. Let's go ahead and put down a gift stand. Let's get extra shelves and fence racks. No, how about infotainment? Just short. So maybe let's swap this out to karaoke. I feel like karaoke should have some up markers, but also some down markers. The photo booth, then. Sure. Sure. Make a bit of money off of you. What else are we looking at? We need a washroom, and I was thinking the washroom would fit rather nicely. The restroom, I suppose the game calls it, would fit rather nicely down over here. It's not going to fly. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We could put you down like this instead, and then we could maybe decorate the space behind it. What you roaring about, buddy? What are you roaring about? You're okay. Okay, pop you down like that. Go ahead and get the path out like so. Again, the further away it is from all this stuff, the more we'll need a second setup over here. We already need an emergency bunker in this area, which is not a problem, right? Let's pop you down up over here. Make sure you're close to the power supply. Yep. That's not a bad idea, I don't think. Let's take a look over here. So bunkers will be good. Washrooms. But once this one's done, we'll be able to tell if we have full coverage. We might have a blank spot somewhere in the middle over here. We'll see. Looking okay. We have a slight blind spot over here, or blank spot, whatever you want to call it. Drinks. A little bit of a spot over here. I'm wondering if I want to establish a bunch of stuff over here. I might do that. We'll see how people feel. Restrooms are looking good. We'll see how people feel. What's this? Park rating has gone up to almost 4.5 stars. We're just short of it. Made a decent bit of money. Things are looking pretty good. Things are looking pretty good. And on that note, actually, we're at 2.6 million. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at our... I should have done this while I was doing all that. I slipped my mind that we have some more fossils that we wanted to extract, right? Because we have the Velociraptor plus 3%, 7%. Where do you get you instead for the plus 9, I suppose? Not. I mean, again, I could get an upgrade to unlock more slots, but I feel like being in the 90% range is good enough. Why don't we go ahead and make maybe some money over here as well? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get the fern fossils, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, snake fossil. I was like, I know there's one that makes more money. Sure, let's get these guys going. Assign. Where are we? Husker. Let's get it done. And while that's happening, let's go ahead and head down over here and sure, establish maybe some more of these needs. I mean, things are looking pretty good. Food coverage. I mean, I think these numbers will shift a bit in short order, because it's not like we have that much of a blank in food coverage, right? We've got just this little spot over here, spot up over here, but like, do we really need food coverage up over there? Come on now. Storm warning, of course. I mean, it's okay. We have a fair bit of money. Let's go ahead and open up the bunkers. Go ahead and get Buddy here tranked right away. Can't have a T-Rex running around. And I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. We'll keep one of these ranger teams on hand. Do repairs as needed. But I think we'll be fine. I'm a little worried about the health over here. Building damaged. The substation, of course, it's a substation. Let's go ahead and get you repairing this. And we'll loop back and repair this. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Having some power troubles here and there, but the backup generators will kick in where needed. Looking okay so far. T-Rex is tranked. Alright, good stuff. Seems pretty calm, all things considered. As I say that, vehicle under threat. This guy up over here. The Brachiosaurus not having a good time over here in this storm. I think they'll be fine though. Over here we have a damaged cinema. So why don't we go ahead and get the other ranger team over here. Get you working on this repair. What else do we have? These guys are being repaired. Go ahead and repair that fence. Go ahead and repair this. Oh, not right now. Task slot's full. Low health. Is that our T-Rex? Yeah, but he's not having a good time. 49% health. Can we, just for the purpose of like treatment or something, move you there? We can't. Can I get my my vet to come over here and heal with a healing dart just to keep that health up? I guess the common cold has evolved into pneumonia, which is not ideal. Repairs taking place. We need some more fuel over here. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and fill up. Good stuff. And let's go ahead and head on over to our hatchery. Well, hang on, actually. Looks like the storm has come and gone. Close all shelters. Like I said, we'll be fine. And we're actually still at 4.25 stars, so that's not very bad at all. That's not very bad at all. Synthesized dinosaur. We've got the Velociraptor at 94%. I would say that's pretty fantastic. Modify the genome a touch over here. One of the first dinosaurs we added, and close to one of the last we'll be adding as well, it seems, I think. Long-lived. I mean, we could add some... I don't know if those guys were long-lived, actually. Tolerance. You guys are actually intolerant, or a high chance of being intolerant. Do I want to spend points on that, so to speak? I can increase their lifespan, or get a chance to increase their lifespan. I can make them a bit more resilient, so we're not dealing with medical issues as often. I mean, I'm not going to be mixing their enclosure anyway, so I don't think intolerance really matters here. So why don't we go ahead and make them a bit more resilient, actually, or again, have a higher chance to be resilient. So that's more helpful. Reduces the needs of all dinosaurs in the territory if the alpha has social as a trait. Yeah, I mean, sure, I'm trying to figure out what I want to prioritize, you know, what I want to have a higher chance of getting. I think this is a decent spread. Keep our rangers and stuff busy with other stuff, right? Save and exit. Go ahead and assign some scientists and hopefully get a nice big batch of raptors. Go ahead and get the faster synthesis from Pollard. We will need the help of... Let's get Makabuya in here, just for the duration reduction. 17 seconds it'll take. Let's get you on there. Good stuff. The Apatosaurus, unfortunately, you know, let's discard these eggs. Hurts to do, but let's go ahead and... Oh, we actually can't because these are actual dinosaurs now. Ah, that's unfortunate. They're not just eggs anymore. We actually, you know, got them out. Let's get this T-Rex up and about. Have you been taken care of? Has the vet been in here? Health is at 74%. Yes, yes, you have been taken care of. Go ahead and drop you off down over here. Do a little wake-up lift, I suppose. And what do we have over here? That's just the T-Rex still. Okay, cool. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. I would like to go ahead and research. Yeah, see what I mean? I feel like there's a much better like flow now. Like I'm a lot more comfortable with all the various, you know, moving parts that there are, and things just feel a lot smoother. Let's get these guys in here. Yeah, we'll need a bit more help with the genetics. Faster incubation is with Isa, so we'll be fine there. All right, good stuff. Start the task. 1.4 million, not that bad. And over here with the Velociraptor, looks like we have 3 viable eggs. That's not too bad. 2 of them are intolerant. 1 of them's aggressive. Not ideal. But I think it's fine, because it'll all just be the one species in here, right? So we'll be okay. So let's go ahead and get all 3 of these guys. It's a bit more expensive that way. Maybe a little bit too expensive. You know what? What's life without risks? A storm just came and went. We can be pretty confident that we're not going to have another one right away. Famous last words. So let's go ahead and get the Velociraptors out here. Let's go. Incubating, we're at less than 200k. That is wild. That is, I think, the lowest our money has ever been throughout this entire playthrough. But it's because we're doing that big research at the same time as another incubation and then the synthesis as well. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. We've been making a decent bit of money for quite some time now. I think we'll be okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll manage. How's our appeal looking? Amenities, 87, 88, 96. Are you for real? That's wild to me. That's wild to me. That, we don't have, like, the tiny, what seem like tiny blind spots are actually so major. Overcrowded guests. Do we really need bigger, paths, then? Accommodation rating is kind of low as well. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and establish for our guests a small amenity. How do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and get a path set up over here. Nope. Up over here. Nope. Up over here. Yep. Pop you down. Go ahead and get the small amenity over here. This will be, I don't know, food, I guess. Food. Go ahead and change you to food. Yes, apply that, please. Go ahead and, let's see, cheap burgers. Oh, that changed all of a sudden to nothing. That's not very helpful. Losing money here, though. Okay, we'll see what that ends up as. I guess it was getting its reading from all these guys who were at this emergency bunker and happened to be walking by at that time. So we'll see what happens before we overinvest over there. Number of guests, we've hit our threshold though, so that's pretty cool. But up over here, let's go ahead and release our 9th dinosaur species, I think. Yeah, let's watch the animation. I love it. It's just so cool. It's just so cool. The return of the raptor. Let's go ahead and get these guys tranked so we can get them into... Again, I could just put a gate down over here and pop it open for them, but for one dinosaur to have all that extra investment, let's just stick to our usual routine, right? So yeah, that takes us to 9, and then our newest sets of sauropods will take us to 10. Hopefully, I wonder if we'll be able to get them out today, and then the last thing we'd have to work on is getting to a 5-star rating. We're already at 4.5. Is this... Yeah, being used. It is indeed. So why don't we go ahead and swap cheeseburgers to donuts? No, cheeseburgers seem to do a lot more for us over here. Let's see what we can do as far as modules are concerned and see if we can't meet the needs of our guests over here. Let's get the skeleton display because that just appeases our general guest overall. For the luxury guests, let's get the aquarium and let's get the fountain. Helps a little bit. The fish tank helps a little bit as well. Sure. Sure. All right. So that tells me that we would probably do good to have more amenities here. This is a bit of a bummer that this stretch has access to nothing. It's like, come on, these guys are close enough. Come on. You know what I mean? Why don't we go ahead and how do I want to play this? Why don't we go ahead and get another small amenity facing the other way like this. Like so, make you for drinks. Pop you down there. Yeah, we'll connect the path. Get you hooked up like so. And like so. Did that not connect? That did not connect. There we go, cool. And now we can see guest data. Let's go ahead and fix this up over here. Let's get some root beer, I suppose. Or ice slushies again, I think will do the job. Let's get the skeleton display, you guessed it. And oh, quite a few adventure guests over here. I was expecting more adventure guests around the T-Rex. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was expecting significantly more adventure guests around the T-Rex. Sauropods 3 has been researched. Excellent. Looks like we've met the needs already. No need to add any more modules in here, so that's looking pretty good. Go ahead and get the path hooked up. Like, oh, come on now. Come on now. Would have been so nice. Like so. Alright, sure. Of course you're gonna act like that. Can I just delete you? I can. Go ahead and get you down like this and over like this, and then we can get you hooked up. You're good. Got the emergency bunker over here. Do I need gifts? I definitely need a restroom over here, I would say. Let's pop you down like so. And let's go ahead and get small amenities, gifts, right over here. On your way back from seeing the T-Rex, I suppose. Go ahead and get, there we go. Yeah, again, I was really expecting a lot more adventure guests in the area. T-shirts, we don't have a lot of T-shirt spots, do we? Sure. Some T-shirts, go ahead and get the skeleton display. It just makes sense. These things need some negatives as well, I would say. Like, I feel like there'd be a bit more of a balancing act if there were some, like, downsides to some of these picks, maybe? Oh no, who died? We have lost a Parasaurolophus. Died of old age. Old age is an acceptable cause of death on these parts. It's natural, so it's fine. It's fine. Oh wait, let's go ahead and get our raptors over here. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Very pleased with how this is turning out. So we've got 1.5 million. Pretty good. Is that enough to go on an expedition? Let's see. Because now we want our sauropods, right? We have finished the research. Oh, here we go. Here's the density. So there's the Diplodocus, but nah, I think I want the Brachiosaurus. I think I want the Brachiosaurus as the priority. What do we have up over here? Dinosaurs, Triceratops. These have been completed. All right, let's go ahead and chase after. I'm trying to find something where it's like, oh, you know, a 50-50 split between the Brachiosaurus and the Diplodocus. Actually, let me check something here real quick. Not fossils. I guess I wouldn't know until I have the genome, right? I wanted to see likes and dislikes, but I guess I can't do that. I guess I can't do that because we don't have them unlocked yet. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Have it your way, game. Have it your way. Let's go ahead then and yeah, view expedition map. Head on over to this spot over here. I don't think any of these will give us just the Brachiosaurus. No. All right, so let's go ahead to Garden Park. Seems like a nice chill spot. Send Bean over, of course, and she'll actually need some help over here. Issa. Let's go with Pollard. Get the additional reduction to duration. Sure, start the task there. 500,000, not too bad. Rating is at 4.5 stars. Trying to figure out what my focus needs to be to get us to that 5-star rating right now. 24 out of 25 dinosaurs visible. I mean, this death isn't helping, and the Apatosaurus being out of view is really bumming people out. Do I add another duplicate theater for another plus 50? That seems, based on what y'all have said in the past, that's rather wasteful, so fair enough. Overcrowding is starting to become a bit of a problem, eh? We might need to research wider paths, but I'm curious where this overcrowding is actually happening. Where can we see it? Guest crowding. Yeah, I figured up over here would be where it would be at its worst. Nowhere else seems to be an issue. Yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. So we could take a look at researching wider paths. I'm not sure where that would be. Probably guest comfort, large hotel, wide path. There it is, 200k. That's not that bad at all. Main thoroughfare, luxury wide path, and luxury main thoroughfare. Let's go ahead with the wide path and the luxury standard path, just to make it a little bit fancier. Get Kuri on here alongside Makabuya. Start that. Good stuff. Won't take very long, I don't think, right? Just 2 minutes. Actually longer than I expected. We lost our 1,500 guest milestone, but that'll be back in due time. I'm not too fussed about that, not too concerned about the return of guests, right? We know we can beat that. Rating is looking good as well, so that's promising. Very promising. Alright, okay, I was like, what does this button do? It's been a while since I've clicked it. How's this hotel looking? 84%. That's not bad. How's this hotel looking? 84%. Oh, right, you know what? This number's actually across the board. Local dinosaur appeal is 401. How about down over here? Local dinosaur appeal is 0 because the T-Rex is not in here right now, in this area right now. What are you going to do? Fair enough, fair enough. You guys are doing alright, I think, yeah. Making decent money quickly enough, yeah. Alright, fair enough. I think maybe once we widen the path over here, guests will be a little bit happier. Potentially, we might remove this like wonky path nonsense we did as our own custom wide path, which does seem to be working, right? Like you can see guests are like navigating between lanes, if you want to call it that. So it does seem to be working. What do we have here? We have the Brachiosaurus, there we go. 5 for you. Another 3 for you, perhaps? 3 out of 4 over here for the Brachiosaurus. Alright, cool. What is this? Oh, that's some money. We don't have anything else that's a single slot. So sure, let's go with you. And let's get Oscar on here. Start the task, 50k, not that bad. Looks like this will happen sooner rather than later. I'll wait for the sun to rise before we start establishing our next enclosure. Just trying to figure out exactly how I want to place it, right? Because we're going to have this path continue on this way. Let's go ahead and actually build that. This path will... How are we going to do this? We have this path coming from up over there as well, so I wonder if we do this kind of a thing, right? Where this kind of comes down like so. Get you to hook up like so. So it's more kind of accessible. There's more ways to get down here. Get you curving down like that. Maybe over to here. Could go a bit further. And I'm just wondering if we have the enclosure like be this... Oh, light breaking out over here. For alpha status, I assume. I hate that it does that. Also, scrolling is FOV, not actually the camera being moved. There we go. Very dark. I hope you can actually see it. Oh! That's going to be it, isn't it? There's our one jump attack, and that's it. Wide path research has been completed, and wow, called it. Go ahead and get our vet down over here, though. Get you on there. And let's see... Path. Can I... Luxury standard path. I think we need that wide path. I can't just like upgrade this, can I? Of course not. Can I do this? Seems as though I can. Alright, fair enough. I mean, it's like the exact same thing as what we did earlier, just with extra steps, because we had to do all the research and stuff now. But alright, well, why don't we go ahead and actually make this into a luxury... I really wish we could upgrade. Okay, well, you know what, we can't. We can definitely, though... Oh, there we go, replace. Keep forgetting that's a button. That's a separate button. Oh, that seems a little silly to have this fancy path go up like that. I want it to just be this section, you know? So why don't we go ahead and delete you, because we can't. Alright, it stays the way it is then. It stays the way it is. Alright, that's all in place. This guy's going to be taking care of minor fracture. Get the capture team on you. Crank you, move you. Still looking good as far as rating is concerned. We need another expedition. How are our fossils looking? We do have more for the Brachiosaurus, right? We've got this guy over here, we got this guy over here, and then we can also get some more of the money makers done. Why don't we work on the Diplodocus too? Sure. And let's get one of the money makers in here. 90k, sure. Go ahead and get, where is it? Uskar on here. Begin. And we need another expedition right away. Over to Garden Park once more. Get Bean on it, of course, and she'll need the help of who? Issa. Need him for incubation afterwards. Synthesis comes first, so let's send Issa, and he can take a rest while we're doing the synthesis, right? Well, what happened here? Hold on, what happened here? Buddy took right off. What? What? Oh no. Really got rocked by that raptor, eh? Now that's an experience. Now that's an experience. Alright, fair enough. Wouldn't have ever expected that to happen, but hey, there it is. Let's go ahead and transport you, buddy, over for some, requires a major injury. So what, this, like, damage is just gonna have to, like, heal up over time? Send MV, oh. Should've checked that first. Guy was already out here. He should have just taken care of it in one go, man. This micromanagement, God, I'm having to be the type of manager, the type of boss that, like, everybody hates. You know, all the micromanaging. I can't trust my employees to be capable enough to do what needs to be done. Looking good, though. Looking good. 1.8 million. We got this expedition almost done. These fossils are almost done. Almost perfect timing over here. That's pretty good. Feel pretty good about that. How are guests feeling, though? Rating's looking pretty good. Appeal is at 96%. Can't complain about that. Oh, next star. Oh, is that how that works? Our star rating is based on our... How did I not notice that earlier? It's just based on how much income we make per minute. So technically, if I just put down some more amenities, is that what's giving us our rating rather than our actual quality of coverage? I think what's hitting our coverage right now, by the way, isn't the coverage, but maybe the density or the lack thereof, you know? All right, so the reason why I'm going here right now is to take a look at the Brachiosaurus and take a look at its likes and dislikes. It dislikes other sauropods. All right, so we can't get the Diplodocus and the Brachiosaurus in the same space. That's what I was checking for. Unfortunate, but fair enough. We could get some, I don't know, we could get some Ankylosaurids or something with it, right? Maybe, we'll consider it. And then the Diplodocus is going to also dislike other sauropods. Interesting that it works that way. Interesting that it works that way. I wouldn't expect that, but hey, it is what it is. That's fine. The Brachiosaurus is my priority, and now I'll just keep that in mind as we move forward. We'll let this expedition finish. We'll add more to the Brachiosaurus genome so we can customize it a bit more, and that should be that. That should be that. I think once we get some more amenities down in this general area, we'll be okay. So what am I thinking here? I'm thinking this enclosure kind of like goes out this way, all the way around this. You maybe enter a gate over here, and you come out of that gate over here. Let's see quickly these fossils first. Not the Diplodocus. No, don't give me a bunch of Diplodocus. There we go, Brachiosaurus. Not good enough. All right, I'll take the plus 7%, sure. Everything. Oh, no, we've got this as well over here. Almost missed that. Plus 16% takes us to 60, 73%, right? All right, fair enough. Now we can go ahead and get 40, 40, 40, 90. Sure, let's get you in there. Sign Usker. He's going to be upset again. He's our most, like, bothered scientist. We overwork him the most often. But anyways, I was saying, yeah, so I guess we'll get the fencing down over here. You kind of, like, enter through a regular gate, because, you know, you already go through the fancy gate. You can't go through a fancy gate multiple times. It makes them less special. But a regular gate in and out of the the enclosure and the fencing could maybe like continue on up over here so you can still watch them from outside. I just don't know how much space they actually need, and maybe I'm being a bit of a fool insisting that the crescent lake over here gets included with our sauropods over here. Maybe we're better off placing them down over here so the hotel maybe has a view. The amenities over here will provide coverage. We could add some more amenities up over there as well, and maybe that's the way to go about it. Maybe that's the way to go about it. I'm curious what y'all think. Let me know in the comments down below, because there are a few ways we can slice this pie, as it were. There's a few ways we could approach this. I'd be fine with either. Our plans are evolving, and that's perfectly fine, obviously. Nice to see this be a lot more used, actually. Take a quick look over here. Jose Oscar is disgruntled. Park Tour. Doing alright. I think those numbers are a slight bit better. Go ahead over to our staff center and make sure we rest you before we forget that you're upset and trigger something horrendous. But we're looking pretty good, I think, as far as getting our sauropods next session, folks, because this is where we're going to call today's session. We got the T-Rex in, we got the Raptors back. We are one species away from getting our full 10 that we need, and I'm pretty sure we'll hit our 5-star rating as soon as we get that dinosaur and get the last couple of amenities in place. And I think this is the last story beat of this chaos theory, because we did manage to make it through the the storm and the sabotage that destroyed the first Jurassic Park, and so this what if scenario has gone rather well, folks. I hope again you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know down below. Leave a like, leave a comment if you got thoughts and opinions with regards to what I should cover next with regards to Jurassic World Evolution 2, what mode you'd like to see. Let me know down below. Again, I always like to look out for feedback and people's opinions and thoughts when I make decisions for what to do on the channel. So that kind of feedback is always welcome, and I, actually pay attention to it and try to implement it and integrate it as best as possible for your entertainment. Let's go ahead and put another path down over here really quickly, because what I want to do is I want to try and get this connected over here, because I do feel like that will increase coverage just ever so slightly. Just ever so slightly. Don't like the little nub over there, but it is what it is, because I noticed that, yeah, see, that helps with coverage a little bit, doesn't it? Just a touch, doesn't it? Alright, okay. I mean, I knew oh, well, now it's just completely dead over here. Anyway, look, we'll figure this out. I'm sure we'll hit that 5-star with little to no issue. Folks, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.